343 is finally bringing a massive update to Halo Infinite. Hello everyone, my name is Nick from Breaking the Clutch, and in today's video we're going to look at the major updates coming to Halo Infinite that should give us players a little bit of hope. Let's start with the shop. This has been a hot button issue, and I'm happy to hear that they are addressing the concerns that prices are substantially way too high for the cosmetics that are received. This update comes from Jerry Hook, head of design for 343. He says, "We've been monitoring the discussions on the shop, bundles, and pricing closely since launch. Using data and community feedback, we are beginning to roll out changes to how we package and price items in Halo Infinite, and it all starts next week. Starting Tuesday, the shop experience will vary week to week. We are focused on reducing prices across the board, providing stronger values in our bundles, and starting to put individual items outside of bundles and more. We will be trying new things throughout the rest of the season so that we can continue to learn and improve for the future. Please keep the feedback coming during this process, and I hope to see you all next week for the Cyber Showdown event." Again, props to the 343 team for addressing this awkward issue. Anytime it comes between money and players, there's usually an overreaction on both sides, where 343 clearly, or Microsoft, whoever was involved with the pricing specifically, thought that they could get more money from the players without getting all that criticism in return, and clearly that was not the case here. There's been a loud outcry from the community. I personally not purchased anything from the shop because of how substantially high the prices have been, except for, of course, the Battle Pass. That's the only thing I've purchased. But I would love nothing more than to support 343 and to support my favorite franchise ever if items were actually priced correctly or priced reasonably, and they had some sort of value to them that wasn't a Mr. Chief $20 product. I mean, that's way too high for what they're asking for or what you're getting in return. So I'm happy that they're addressing that issue. I feel like this could have been avoided, but here we are, 343 addressing some of their mistakes that they've made, which at the end of the day, that's really all we can ask for. Next, Sketch gives us an update on Big Team Battle, and for anyone who doesn't know or didn't know, since launch it has been nearly impossible to load into Big Team Battle games with a full party. Some players would make it while others would be left in the lobby or put back into black screen. Nothing more disappointing than going in with 6 or 7 of your friends, all excited to play Halo, some of them brand new to the franchise as well. That was my personal experience. And then I'm having to explain to them that they can't make it into the same game as us because there is a bug in the only playlist that you can play with that many players, beyond 4 people on your team. Now, this update, of course, comes from Sketch, and it says the hot fix to improve Big Team Battle matchmaking stability is planned to release mid-next week. Due to the inconvenience caused by this issue, all players who sign into Halo Infinite in the month after the update will receive 5 XP boosts and 5 challenge swaps. I'm really happy to hear that they are not only addressing the issue, but also giving compensation for the issues that were caused, obviously, in Big Team Battle. A lot of players, I'd imagine, not a substantial amount, but I'm sure new players who are trying to play the game with their friends have left the Halo scene because the only thing that they could play with in that big party sense was Big Team Battle, and if you couldn't join into games, then obviously you've kind of ruined the experience for any new players trying to get in who were trying to tag along with their 4 or 5 friends. So hopefully this XP boost and challenge swap brings in some of those players who may have left the game, and obviously it benefits all of us who are going to play the game anyways. My big concern with the XP boosts and things like that is that there's no social EXP system, so a lot of us have already completed the Battle Pass, so we're just getting these XP boosts and we're kind of holding on to them for whenever Battle Pass, the second Battle Pass or the second season comes out, which who knows how long that will be. I mentioned in a previous video that we need a social-based EXP system because of this, but I don't want to go on a rant here. Last, I have seen some threads and some Twitter posts talking about the address that 343 will address at some point, the UI issues and the latency issues that are very prevalent in Halo Infinite, where you're dying way past walls and some of your hit markers are showing on your screen but not registering actually into the game. So there are a few latency issues that 343 plans to address. As soon as we get more finite information on that, I will post it here and you guys will be updated as quickly as I possibly can. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the battlefield.